Can screenwriting be taught? That's a good question.
Cut! Mark it. Can screenwriting be taught? Take 2.
What do you mean by taught?
Cut! Take 23.
Hey, can screenwriting be taught?
You're asking me how a watch works.
It's kind of an age-old question. Can screenwriting be taught? Don't be silly. Of course it can. Look at all the books, podcasts, YouTube tutorials, workshops, college classes, blogs centered around screenwriting. I'll even point out in a few minutes what I think is the single best place to learn screenwriting that you can find on the internet. And it's by an Oscar-winning screenwriter to boot. And it's free. Screenwriting books were written before the screenwriting guru Sid Field was even born. The oldest screenwriting book I have is called The Technique of Screenplay Writing by Eugene Vale. I picked this up in Baltimore, Maryland in 1999, but it was first published in 1944 during World War II. Here's a lesson from Eugene's book. A story without a struggle can never be a dramatic story. So there, you've just learned something about screenwriting. A story without a struggle can never be a dramatic story. Of course, not everyone agrees with the assessment that screenwriting can be taught. I once went to a one-day workshop by an Oscar and Tony-winning writer who flat out stated at the beginning, I don't know why they asked me to do this, because I don't think that screenwriting or playwriting can be taught. I raised my hand and I said, well, what about conflict? And he smiled and he said, yeah, you need conflict. Sam Shepard knew a thing or two about conflict. But here's what the 10-time Obie-winning playwright and director, BAFTA-nominated screenwriter, and Pulitzer Prize-winning writer once said, I wasn't born knowing how to write a play. When it comes to most things in life, we expect that we must be taught how to do them properly. We're taught how to ride a bike, to swim, our ABCs, to drive a car. Talent and drive will play a part in how well we do something. But check out the film King Richard to see an accurate depiction of how Serena and Venus Williams were taught to play tennis by their father and other coaches on their rise to phenomenal professional success.
So what'd you think?
But for some reason, many believe what's true in most aspects of life don't translate well to the arts. Here's what the famed Iowa Writers Workshop states on their website. Though we agree in part with the popular insistence that writing cannot be taught, we exist and proceed on the assumption that talent can be developed. If one can learn to play the violin or to paint, one can learn to write, though no process of externally induced training can ensure that one will do it well. Okay, so maybe they had a lawyer look over that document, but it essentially says that writing can't be taught, but it can be learned. And just because you can learn something doesn't mean you'll do it well. Fine. It's hard to disagree with that, but I think we're dealing with semantics between educating, training, honing skills, inspiring, guiding, and yes, even teaching.
First of all, you write a screenplay without conflict or crisis, you'll bore your audience to tears.
So if screenwriting can in fact be taught, where do you go? Some people go to film school, but these days that can put you into heavy debt. Two-time Oscar-winning Quentin Tarantino didn't go to college. In fact, he didn't even finish high school. He said, I didn't go to film school, I went to films. Three-time Oscar winner Paddy Chayefsky copied a Lillian Hellman play word for word to study what made the drama work. Another place to learn screenwriting is from my book, Screenwriting with Brass Knuckles, that you can find on Amazon. But I think the single best place to learn screenwriting is from Michael Arndt's YouTube channel. He's got a video there called Toy Story 3, Mistakes Made, Lessons Learned. It's 72 minutes of pure gold.
And my hope is that if you're writing a screenplay yourself and you're going down blind alleys and walking into brick walls and just beating your head against the floor, maybe some of these lessons will be helpful.
Watch Toy Story 3, listen to every interview and Pixar commentary you can on Toy Story 3, and then watch Toy Story 3, Mistakes Made, Lessons Learned 3 times, and then go fight the good fight.